Hey guys. It's not funny. It's not funny. You guys know I'm in and out, okay? And I'm back. I'm back to hang out with you guys again. Randomly. No. I am consistently inconsistent. And that's consistency in itself. What do you want? Hey, that's how we hang out, okay? Today's video though, hey, it's gonna be all the books that I've been reading or I've read since I've been away. Since you've been gone. Yeah, all those books. And let me tell you, it's been a few. So I'm gonna go grab those. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the books. I organized them in the order that I read them. But I also did a little bit of updating in my journal that we started together like 2 videos ago? 3? I don't know. Okay, so she is. She's not finished. Minimize your judgment and your expectation. Okay, so my rating scale, so 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest rating. So that's my little rating scale. And I've not put all the books in ink yet, just in pencil. Excuse me, because I wanted to, kind of like how I color coded this first one. It doesn't look great, but it's blue because you said I was your favorite. It was a blue themed book. So I just want to do the same thing with all of them, but I want to take my time. So as I'm doing each journal entry, whatever that is for each book, I want the lettering, the title on this page to match. So, but I did go ahead, because I'm going to keep them in this order, go ahead and rate them. I rated them according to my scale here. I've not necessarily given any book a 1 just yet, but I think that's more so going to continue to be the case, because if a book is so bad that I'm rating it a 1, why did I even finish? But I've started a reading club, or is that what they call it? A book club with my friend. So we take turns picking books. I picked one of the books, and I'll talk about it in a little while here when I get into the books. But if someone picked a book, or if I pick a book that's trash and we're finishing it for the sake of the book club, that probably will get a 1. So I'm just thinking that getting a 1 should be rare, because life's too short to be just reading books you don't enjoy. Just making yourself miserable for, I don't know, content's sake? Just to stick for the sake of finishing? I don't know. So yeah, so no 1s currently. I did come back though and finish this page. I don't know if I said it, but before I wanted to have an image of the book, and surrounding that image would be quotes that I liked from the book, memorable quotes, whatever, from the book. And so that's what I did, and I did that last night, and I was so excited that it came out, because I got a little mini printer thing from Amazon, so love that. Yeah. So that's the update for my journal. But I'm just going to leave this open here because it's got the ratings for all these different books that I've read. So the last book that I told you guys that I read was Let's Do This. I rated it a 5. Awesome sauce. I don't know if I won't be getting into that book, because I've already read it. I've already discussed it. So fine. But this book was briefly mentioned in the video that I just posted, but I did finish it. And the way I left things in my previous video, it seemed as though I didn't finish it, but it is the right move. I did finish the book. I rated the book a 3. The main male character of this book carried this book on his back. I mean, I don't know how you would do it, but somehow if he was the only character in the book, like there was no main female character, or they gave her more of a minor role, this book would be a 5 easy. I think Ryan is one of the best main male characters I've ever read in a book. There was no flaw with him. I could not find one. Not that I was looking, but I mean, I've not read a main male character like this guy. I mean, absolutely. But then you paired him with this female. So while I could understand her feelings on certain things because of her ex and the lack of support from her friends and all of this, I understand that, and I wanted better for her. Despite not liking her, I wanted better for her because she deserved better than that. If you read the book, you kind of know what kind of person she is. She deserved better than what she got. However, behavior-wise, she got on my last nerve. Why do you have junk all over this man's apartment, and he's just got to get used to it? And you know the way these romance books, you're gonna find it endearing. It's cute somehow. It's just a quirk of hers. Clean up after yourself. You're a grown woman. I think it doesn't matter. She's a grown woman. I don't need to know. I don't need to remember her age. She's a grown woman with a grown woman job and grown woman responsibilities. I'm gonna need you to act your age. I gave this book a 3. Would recommend because of Ryan, and honestly Ryan alone. Xander, I think. He was the book in Mile High. I didn't read that book, and honestly, the way Xander and whatever Ryan's twin sister's name is, you don't need to read that book. They're all in this one. I mean, can't catch a break. I would recommend this for someone who just wants to read a contemporary romance. It is also a sports romance. They do talk about basketball a decent amount, maybe more, not the game so much as just going to practice, winning the championship or whatever, and being the best to ever do it type of thing. Next, 5 Survive. Okay, it's, I think, a thriller, a mystery thriller, I want to say this book is. I got down. Oliver was getting on my nerves. She was like the cancer of the book. And Red she started to piss me off because I've not read one before, but I feel like Red is what people would consider an unreliable character. But I've not read one before, so I don't really know. But Red was getting on my nerves, for really and for sure. I don't know what was wrong with Girly. She just acted like she couldn't. Like the way she would process things in her head, I don't know how to describe it well, but it was kind of choppy. Like I said, I don't know how to describe it well, but she would constantly pretend like she was forgetting things. Like they mentioned her forgetting to ask her friend what side of the bed she likes to sleep on, like 5 times in the beginning of the book. Completely irrelevant, but I guess it was just to show how her memory is inconsistent or choppy or whatever it is. But it's supposed to be her best friend that she grew up with. So wouldn't she already know? This is a tangent. It was a good book, and it's a mystery, and I think you should read it. I don't know that I should spoil anything else for you. I don't know if what I've given you so far is a spoiler, but I absolutely loved it. It's a young adult mystery thriller, I believe. I rated it a 5. It's the best one I think it's the first young adult thriller mystery that I've read. Next, Where the Dark Stands Still. After reading this book, I had to immediately read another book because if not, I was going to sit in sadness. Like I had to. Beautiful story. I will say I was not able to pronounce most of the character names and some of the items mentioned in this book, but I didn't need to. You ever do that thing where you see a word, or you decide how you're gonna pronounce it in your head? That was me all book long, and it didn't bother me. I can't pronounce it, so what? It didn't hinder me from reading the story or anything like that. I did give this book a 5. It is kind of like a fairy tale, like a mythology kind. I don't know. It's a fantasy. It's for sure some kind of lower fantasy kind of thing. It has a magic system. It gives me more of like a fairy tale type of thing, feel. It feels like I was reading a fairy tale or some kind of, I don't know. But I loved it. I absolutely love this book. It is romance second. So it's kind of plot forward, but oh man, this is a beautiful story. Absolutely a beautiful story. Look at that cover though. I think I can see it kind of better in person, but if y'all can see that, like, look at those butterflies. Would you look at, beautiful book. Inside and out. Love it. 5. No Control. I told you I had to just read something really quick after reading Where the Dark Stands Still because I was going to be sad. I was going to be sad if I didn't. That was this book. The book did what it was supposed to do. Who's mad? Because I'm not mad. But yeah, I rated this book a 3. This is a stalker romance. Really not much to tell here. The story's pretty underdeveloped, if I'm being honest with you. Everything about it just kind of underdeveloped. So I think you'll like it if you just want to read something really quick. It's no different than, I don't know if Instagram recommends these things to you all, where it'll be snippets of some novella or some book from some app or, I don't know, some site. And it'll just give you a little bit to read. And I guess from there you can click whether you want to read the book, whether you want to download the app, subscribe to whatever subscription or whatever. Instagram recommends stuff like that to me all the time. This is kind of one of those in a physical form. Like, it gave you a little taste. It is a complete story, but it's not much. It's just something to read really quick. Next, Don't You Dare. Don't You Dare, I did get tired of reading as soon as I started reading. So it maybe took me a little longer than I intentionally read. I'll tell you what, day 1, I read 10 chapters day 1. After that, I basically kind of got a taste of how the story was going to go. And my momentum slowed. It's not a bad book. I rated this book a 4. Okay, so I rated Don't You Dare a 4. I think it's a solid 4. I enjoyed some moments in here. They had really cute moments. The ending to me was better than like the middle. One of the characters kind of did stuff, said stuff that didn't make a lot of sense considering what he had just said or just done. And then they would also do this thing where we fully get their thought process, understand it and everything. Like, I can even agree that that's honest, it's well thought out, fleshed out, whatever. Say that, act on that. They would do the opposite. They'd rather start an argument, a disagreement. What's going on? Are you serious? Besides little things like that, like I said, the ending kind of was the best part, so you kind of got to sit through a little bit to get there. But once you do, I think you'll enjoy it. I rated it a 4. I think it's an honest 4. It's not bad. It's enjoyable. You will have moments. I have a plant behind you guys. Plant roots look like alien tentacles, and it's creeping me out. And okay, I gotta stop looking at that. Solid 4. Okay, next book, The Guest List. This is the book that I chose. I got to choose first for our book club. This is the book club pick, The Guest List. I was so excited. I was so excited for this book. Me and my friend agreed that this book was kind of a slow starter. Like, it took you a minute to really get into the story, care about what's going on. It's jumping POV left and right. They got like 5. They start out with like 5 POVs. It is entertaining when you get into it, but it is kind of, it gets a little creepy towards the middle end. This, I mean, the one of the main characters that was more like talked about was setting my soul on fire. So glad what happens in this book, and I'm also glad for who makes it happen. The ending of this book was so, it was as it should be. I rated this a 4 because it did make me miserable. I don't like to be sad when I'm reading books. I don't want to be sad. But when that book starts to irritate me, because I'm either irritated with the characters and we're dragging on about how bad of a person they are, it's gonna really bother me because it makes it harder for me to continue. I'm a stopper. So when I'm reading books, I'm breaking stuff down. I'm rationalizing different things. I'm thinking of all the different ways that the story could go, all the different paths and everything, how it would affect all the different characters. I mean, I really go in as I'm reading the book. If I get to a point where I'm like, I don't know that I can continue, because in my head I'm thinking of all the ways that this can go wrong, either for the characters or for my nerves, for like just me even being interested in the story, I'll stop. And I have to force myself to continue. And that's what happened with this book. It got so bad. Like the character, the actions, the past got so heavy. It got heavy. That I was just like, I don't think I'm going to make it. I was really touch and go there for a second. I was like, I was depending on one of the point of views to get me to the end of the book. I was like, you're the only one that's not overly troubled. You are who I'm reading. I need more chapters of you doing what you're doing, taking in the information that you're taking in, because these other people are depressing, they're irritating, they're just all of these different things. Long rant, cut a little short. This is a 4. It is a mystery, heavy on thriller. I think y'all enjoy it. Give it a try. I also wish they'd stop putting this sticker on these books, because it didn't need it. It didn't need that. Ugh, I could have read that in the doggone comment section. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kneeling on my carpet, but it's not that plush, and up under it is hardwood floor. You could probably see a little bit of what my floor is like. I'm basically kneeling on that with this much of furry cushion in my knees. Baby. All right, Bewitched. It is the last book that I have read and completed before this video. And she's a 3. Now, funny story about her is I'm squatting to give my knees a break. I picked this book up because I wanted to read book 2. So I was walking around in 2nd and Charles one weekend, and they had, I guess, this kind of section of all the different books that were popular, or, I don't know, just released, or I don't know. But it seemed to be a theme. Like, these are the cool kid books or something. And so the book that I originally wanted to read was Bespelled, the second book in the series. And so, in order to feel like I have a complete understanding of what the book is about, I decided I would read the first book first. Natural order of things, nothing crazy, right? Except this book is not, it's not that interesting. So I feel like about 70% of the book, you are following a main female character who basically claims to just about hate the main male character because of how evil or whatever he is, except he's not been that way to her at all for about 70% of the book. And then, I mean, there was that one moment in the beginning, but he wasn't, thought I heard something. He wasn't evil as much as he was reacting to something that he knew that she didn't or whatever. I don't want to spoil it because I think the second book is going to be good. And so maybe I might want to recommend the series to somebody. But still, this book's a 3. I did absolutely love the main male character. He was entertaining. He was good for the people. I don't know what to tell you. He was good for the girlies. Girlies being me. Girly, singular, not plural, me. I enjoyed him very, very much. And the main female character was annoying. He was offering love. She just wanted lust. Fine. But then don't make this a romance. I didn't like her. I didn't care for her. The man was of quality and taste. She was being very cheap. It's so funny how these authors can really write a good dude. There was a random sound that caught my attention. You didn't see it, but a little bit of my soul left my body just then. They write the main male characters so well. I don't know why they often fall short with the main female characters. They're usually the brats, childish as in they're a grown adult, well into their 20s, almost 30, maybe in their 30s, acting like a 14-year-old teenager. It's embarrassing because who are you portraying? I'm not going to go on this rant today. I'm going to stop it right there. This was the last book that I read. Well, I've been away since I've been gone. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just stopped in to say hey. Also, really quick, I don't know if I'm gonna post the video, so the video that I had already recorded for this. So I want to go ahead and just introduce you guys to some of my new toys that I got also while I was away. Yeah. So I just got this come into the mail. This is a little printer. That is what I used because I don't know that I have buy an actual printer money or space. So this was maybe, I don't even think this was $20 off of Amazon, but it's cute. And it's what I used to print what I showed you before, to print this right here. And I love it so much. And so I'm so excited, okay? Because I think that was one thing that I found a little discouraging when I was wanting to step up my journal game or just start journaling. I wanted to be able to print out the book covers so I could see them as I'm flipping through. Another thing I got was a stamp. I don't know that y'all need to have my full name, but you got it. So here you go. But this is what it looks like. Okay, maybe I didn't stamp that book. Gotta take care of that. Maybe that's not the best example. So what it looks like. Have my own little library. I told you guys I was going to a library, did I not? I hope I told y'all. Anyway, so I stamp my books. I think they have it to where you can like be like a library. That looks like a librarian stamp to me anyway. But you can like emboss it. You can emboss your books, but I think there's also one where you can like do a little like a check-in, check-out sheet. If someone borrows your books, I think that's so cool. That is so cool. But yeah, I think that's it though. I do think that's the last thing I had to share with you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching me again randomly. I don't even know what day of the week is this gonna get posted on, but I just wanted to hop in here. I'm still here hanging out, and thank y'all for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, or don't. Be safe. And I hope to see you guys next time.